That nigga said, what? Oh, what's up with my hair? What's up with my hair? What's up with my hair? Where's the table? Can you, Rodrigo Alvarez, what is happening, my boy? How's it going? I hope everybody having a beautiful and blessed day. I woke up this morning and my YouTube notified me that we are at 30,000 subs today, people. Just around the corner ago, I just started this, and we here. I don't care if I get a plaque, but I'm just happy to fucking be doing shit. So thank you for the support. Hell, I might even give you all a discount. You know what? BH Slides. BH Slides get you 20% off just today. Just today for all the support. I gotta support y'all back. Y'all be watching me do all the shenanigans. We got a gang of shit coming up. Came back from Formula Drift. Long Beach, Odi Bocce's won. Mustangs were doing Mustang activities. It was a shit show, but at the end, they didn't have to do 14 one more times. It went amazing. So right now, you know what? I'm gonna go try out this car. I thought I'd hop on a bit for y'all. Right? There's a lot of people out here. I'll be sometimes getting discouraged trying to make this content, but then I'm like, fuck it, just have fun. And when I'm having fun, it just works out the best. I don't overthink it, and that's what I've been doing a lot lately. It's like, fuck it, I'm gonna just make the content that I want to make, just have fun instead of trying to be like super thoughtful. Like, man, we gotta get all like, man, I ain't no professional, bro. I'm just out here having fun, doing what I do best, talking shit with y'all. BH Slide is the room, so I'm gonna go take this R34 drifting them up real quick. Hold on.
Come on, Bob. Never held one of these before. All right, Lombardi, let's see what you got, baby. Let's go.
Oh, Lord. We in here like swimwear, y'all. Let's see what this... Oh, that's right. This car drives stupid. I remember, right? Here we go. We out here. Woo, baby. Big woo. Big... Oh, there we go. Oh, my goodness. This car drives like ass water. Oh, man. Look at this man's hands in here. He ready. But thank you, everybody. Let me open the stream real quick. I hope all of y'all having a blessed day. Somebody hit me in here, hit me up, talking about some nonsense. Hold on. There we go. In here, I'm reading all this. How's it going? Mr. What's his name? It's going well. David Shook, all of y'all in here. Hope y'all are having a great day. Let's get to some driving. I'm trying. Why does a car do that? I don't like that. It pulls to one side when I'm driving. Let's try to drive. I was trying to find a car to build in here. I'm not even feeling this car. Somebody else is in here. Oh, he in here too. If I exit the lobby, I can exit. Do I want to finish race? Exit. That Optimus Prime. Oh, you see something behind me? Oh, it's just a cup and some stuff. I need to get my car. I need to get my car. Where my car? Oh, that's not my car. That ain't it. Did I even try this car yet? Did I make this? Nobody gave it to me. Made that one. That's the 4-door. Oh, did I change? Oh, I put the wing on. I gotta take that one. You ever play with a wheel? Nah, not really. Never played with no wheel. No desire to really play with the wheel. Garage. We're gonna go back. Sorry if somebody was in there. We're gonna go back. There we go. Now we in here, baby. I hate this wing though. Sounds the same, but you see, there we go. This is my car. I'm all over the place. Oh yeah, there we go, people. We in here. Honda content coming soon. I know a lot of people don't care about Hondas, but I'm actually messing with them. They're nice cars. They're fun. Correction. It's a fun car. Nice. It could be nice. We're trying to make it nice, but for now, it's going to be a shit box with nice parts. That's how you kind of. If you got an ugly car, to make sure it has good parts. If you got a nice car, just make sure it looks good. You know, you have a balance, or you could have both. You could have nice and good parts. But right now, we got the B20 coil rad radiator, half sport mounts. We got an electric fan. I don't know if it's a Spall or not. Gary, you're great. Thank you for that. Thank you. I appreciate you. You're welcome. So we're trying to make it to the track Saturday. I just ordered a game. We just ordered some more parts. Somebody bought the old stock engine, a 99 Legacy wagon on 237. But it looks like, so that's what I'm saying. If your car is 7 different colors, but you got like some T's on it, it's acceptable. If your car is one color, my Experian. Do I have Experian? Please. Emergency alerts. What is this? Hold on, y'all. I got an email. See alerts. I don't like these emails sometimes. But yeah, if you got a shitty car, make sure it looks good. And if you got a good car that's shitty, make sure the parts are good. That's all you really got to do. That's all you really got to do. It's just a perfect. But I'm saying, like, you got a stock car. Say you just bought a new Civic. Make sure it looks good. Just keep it clean. That's all you got to do. I see a lot of kids not keeping it clean. That's it. Just keep it clean. Congrats on 30. Online hobby guy. Thank you. And some of the people that order stuff, I just got it returned from the mailbox. I think I fucked up the addresses on some of them. So Slam Zoo, your wheel came back. Online hobby guy. I don't know what the fuck happened. I guess I missed either. I had to check the addresses or I miscalculated the weight. So what happens is I shipped the bottles of soap with it, but I shipped it as a normal shirt. So the weight was off, I'm guessing. That's the only thing I could get for. I said return to sender. So we got to resend that out tomorrow. I'm going to go to the post office and physically give it to them. So that way they can calculate the weight there and then we'll be good, people. Rendell, great. But that's pretty much it. But yeah, the 34, I'm going to, like, since we're moving out, I'm going to buy the, I was trying to really hold off, but I'm going to buy the Fast 102 intake, get that, and the head, so that's like another $2,000, but then the engine will be done, the wire harness, and then pretty much from there, that motherfucker's ready to drop in there. I'm supposed to be talking with some clutch people about some shit because, they want to try to sponsor your boy, but I'm not trying to do all the corny shit they want me to do. They got all these whack-ass skits. They're like, hey, would you be down to... No, that's corny. It's good, brother. No rush. As long as my greedy neighbors. Yeah, bro, I got here yesterday from Formula Drift, and I saw this, like, what the fuck is this shit doing back here? I got nervous, and I was like, oh, shit. So it's shit back. So I'm going to go to the post office in the morning. I got all y'all addresses. I'm going to triple confirm with you, online hobby guy, about it to make sure... to make sure I got everything right on there. So I usually talk to you on Facebook, so I'll talk to you soon. I don't know what the hell I'm doing on this course, but I'm just having fun. But Amazon special or what? No Amazon specials here. But anybody who's on here, if you want to buy something from the Booty Hustlers website, since it's from BH Slides, you know what? Let me double check. Let me triple check. I'm gonna go to the Shopify shop. I know we just dropped some new shit out here, people. Thank you, Malik Ashford. Or is it Malik? Malik. Let's see, discounts. BH Slide 20, only today. BH Slide 20 gets you 20% off. Thank you, everybody. Everybody wondering, am I getting my headlights clean? I was at FD. Hey, Gary, could you pay to upgrade your cars on? I don't think you could. Thanks, my boy. Man, I kept thinking fucking. You have to play. I'll show you what you got to do. I'm gonna show you the way you get some more money in the game. So right now, I'm gonna show you the way to get some more money in the game. A lot of kids, are you new to this game? And you're gonna have to start off. You gotta kind of level up, get some money. Thank you, everybody. We hit 30K. I knew it was gonna happen one day, but this week is just like it went from 29 to straight to 30. Making that video brought out y'all boy supporting. We're gonna go to garage catalog. We're gonna switch the car. So this, I've heard this is worked for me. What you're gonna do is you're gonna get the where's the RX-8? I don't know why this motherfucker's so tough. I like this color. It reminds me of those. And it's got an RB. My R33 right here, baby. I haven't even touched it. Get your RX-8. Thank you, everybody. Get your RX-8. We are going to go to Time Attack. What you're going to go to is West Coast Arena, which is Irwindale. Oh, that's reverse. What's West Coast Arena? No, we don't want reverse. No, where is it? I just had it. West Coast Arena. You're going to go to West Coast Arena, and I'm going to show you what you do to get this money. Right next to it. Gotta have the race tune for it, though. More money. This is what I do. So if you noticed before, I was at like 300,000. 300,000. So 300,000. I'm at 300. I think 320,000 right now. There you go. There you go. So you saw I'm at 320,000. Let's see what I'm at right now. 800,000. So I came up 500 grand. So, but you got to keep replaying it. You go play like 5 times, you get a couple million. So I got to go back to that track. I'm trying to beat my best time of 21. Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Here we go. Let's try this, y'all. Let's see if we can beat my time. So what we're doing, I'm trying to show y'all how to get as much money as you can. Bro, I think that's my 19 seconds. To do that, I would not have to drift any of this. I have to like literally I fucked up already. Marcus, I fucked up already. Thank you, my peoples. 30K. We did it, baby. One day we gonna be at 100K. I'm gonna pick the game up, but I didn't know. It took me like a good 3 hours of playing this game. No, 3 to 5 hours of playing this game. See, I'm at 1 million now. I don't know how the fuck it jumped up so high, but retry. We ain't gonna stop till we get like 5 million, and we gonna build a car. What car y'all think I should build on here? What game do y'all think I should play next, huh? I thought I'd never say this. I ran out of room for Transformers. How much are the cars? Some of them are like 300,000, some of them like 800,000. It depends which tier of car you get. I wish they had a Ghost. Oh, GTA V. I got GTA. I think I'm gonna play GTA 5 next. After this, I'm gonna probably just have the Car X Drift contests on Sundays. What day y'all would prefer it? I do Sundays. I'm sorry, excuse me. I do Sundays because usually no Pixel GTA. Usually I do Sundays because nobody's doing anything on Sunday. I was going to do GTA. Oh damn, I was already ahead of this dude. So I already spun out off. It's There we go, y'all. What is in my ear? Oh, now we got 2 million. Let's retry and let's see how much. Let's not see it. Oh my God, there's something in my ear. I'm gonna stop digging in my ear. That's right. Did you see Hertz is joining the GT? Hold on, I gotta see it. Yeah, just for anybody that didn't know. Yeah, Hurt actually showed me last Sunday. He said, "Yo, Gary, I got something to show you." I was like, "What you got to show me, my boy?" And he was like, I was like, oh shit, motherfucker got GTR. Congratulations, my boy. I'm excited for you. Welcome to the Headache Club. He done had all of them now. Now he got the GTR. So you can say, technically, the future revealed itself to him. I told him, don't forget about us when you get up there. I never forget about y'all. I'll be on here streaming. Anybody that know, if you see me in real life, I treat y'all like anybody else. Y'all, I'm not famous. I'm nobody special. Like I always say, I'm just a nigga with a Nissan, bro. That happened to make it. I don't know where, but hey, we here. There we go. There, I got it out my fucking ear. Thank you. That shit was bugging me. I got new Beast Wars toys. I'm sorry. Is that two different colors? It is. I just noticed that. Always keep it 100, my good sir. Always, my good man. You know I got to. We out here faking for the public. We out here. Welcome back, guys, to the channel. You know Gary King Jr. We here doing it big for the one time. Have you been one of those cars and coffees in San Clemente? I've been to where that one was kind of like, I want to say deep Orange County. I don't know where San Clemente is. But I think I have. I've got the GoPro now, so I got to do another one. It'd be the fact that those cars and coffees be so damn early. I can't do it. I can't even open my... What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're trying to get a better reality on life, if they start paying your boy, I might throw in the sponsorships. But other than that, I'm not going to do nothing that's outside my comfort zone. Like if Bang Energy or one of those G Fuel companies, like, hey, you guys trying to get the most out of your day, use G Fuel. Use code 6969 and get yourself 20% off a can of... I don't see any of those energy drink companies paying me. But if they do, hey, if y'all watch it, just know. We got people in the live that want to see Uncle Gary survive. And it's one of those things like I see some YouTubers and I'm like, bro, you're so fucking cringy, bro. You got to cut the shit. Damn, I almost beat my time. Oh, I'd get an RX-8. I was talking to Brad yesterday. I was telling him, I was like, hey, how much would it cost to build like a no prep truck? Like I would need like some money, like pretty much 10 G's, but like a no prep S10. Like I have the colors. Like I would do a no prep S10 in teal with like a pink pearl with like some 90s looking silver wheels. Like I got it all in my head, bro. Because people ask what I do Jaguars, a twin turbo LS. Right? And I would just drive it everywhere. And I'd have like a legit, like, you know, those people that like make, oh, like, you know how we have the Booty Hustlers banner? I'd have like it hand painted on the back tailgate. Oh, it probably wouldn't have a tailgate, probably back window. But it'd be dope. It'd be dope. I think they're called sign paintings. People who do like sign painting. Congrats, you're the best, the Saxon. Thank you, the Saxon. Is this the same Saxon I met at the O'Reilly's? I might be back up to the O'Reilly's soon. At the O'Reilly's, the O'Reilly's. O'Reilly's. O'Reilly's, if you're watching this, auto parts. No! If you need to sponsor somebody, shoot through. Valvoline, oils. You see, I remember my boy. You thought I forgot. I ran into anybody that knows, if I meet them in real life, I try my best to, like, when I say remember y'all, at least, like, if I don't remember your name, at least the encounter we had, because I'm bad with names. The Norwalk meet was straight fire. Glad you hosted it again. But that FRS doing burnouts had to ruin it. Was that an FRS? I didn't get to see what it was. I didn't know what the fuck it was, bro. Like, I told them fools, like, don't burn out. Like, the whole purpose of having these meets is so y'all, I told them, like, to get the kids off the street so we can have some place to go, because that's the last thing. Like, all the spots are getting burned down, and the food is good there. So it's like, y'all motherfuckers really, I'm trying to get into the car photography. Oh, Lori, what's good? Pronounce the name. I remember the name was no, Lori. Not Lori. But But yeah, people burning out the spot, bro. Like, I be really trying to. Damn, that was this weekend. Yes, it was, because the whole purpose, everybody who was down here for FD, just was here. Not on IG is account. I live down the street from that. O'Reilly's. I'm sure that I'll see you down there again, bro. I'm gonna be down there. I just ordered a gang of parts for the Honda. Like, we really trying to get it to the track this Saturday. Like, I hope I just want. I don't even want to sign. Like, I get paid. I'm just hoping. Like, the parts don't get here till Thursday, so I just need to. That's the stressing part right there. Like, if I can't make it to the track, then I'm gonna take my girls home. Like, we taking a Honda. I don't know what Honda, but we gonna take it. Just like that, word of mouth. No, we posted the meet. We posted the meet. So right now I'm trying to check what y'all talking about. Any tips for anyone who wants to do YouTube? I have a 2JZ Swap S13 carbon fiber Rocket Bunny V2 with 326 power wheels. You just, for me, it was just doing it. Like, a lot of people like, man, you're pretty funny, just do a YouTube. The biggest advice I could give you is just, it's hard. I don't say it's hard, because in a sense it's getting over that nervousness of like filming, because there's sometimes like you're filming on your own and you're doing it and you're like, cool, I like you kind of, the first time you're going to do it, you're going to sound different. Like, I got a video of my first vlog that doesn't sound good, and you can see here how shaky I am, but you're trying to get used to it. So the thing that helped me was like, I'm vlogging as if I'm FaceTiming somebody, so that way it's not weird, and it feels like, because you're used to holding the camera and looking at somebody. But think about when you talk to your friends, when you're FaceTiming, you can't see them. That's one of the first things. And then number two is being able to vlog in front of people, because they're gonna look at you like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, this is cringy. But at the same time, it's like you're trying to make content. So like, my goal for content is to show people who have the same similar mindset as me and the same kind of background of like a normal person to do it. When I say that, is like, I don't have, like, I didn't come from money. I don't have a lot of money. I just like pretty much work all the time, and all my overtime money goes into my cars, and then most of the things just bills. So it's like, in a sense, like, YouTube isn't my job. I do this as like, kind of like, it's like, this is a job. But when I say it's not a job, it's like, I'm not doing this 9 to 5. It's like, I get off work, or when I have time, I can do it. So it's learning that aspect of like, okay, you got to have a purpose. So like, what's the purpose of your channel? My channel is just show my builds, do everything. And when I say I do everything, it's like, okay, for example, if you take my cars away, I like Transformers. If you take my Transformers away, I like BMX. You take my BMX away, okay, I still like Star Wars. So it's like, I'm not one dimensional, because a lot of dudes do car stuff, and you be like, okay, for example, if you take, like, say, let's just an example. I'm not trying to demean anybody. If you take TJ Hunt's cars away, what does TJ Hunt do outside of cars? If you took Adam LZ's cars away, if you take his car, he still does BMX. So it's like, okay, he has another, because he came from BMX. So it's like, if you take a lot of those dudes away, bro, I'm just a regular nigga. I ain't nobody special. But if you take a lot of those attributes away, do you like collecting old toys? I know you said you do a video on your room. And it's crazy, because I just went through my garage and I found my Dreamcast. So if you look at my story, somebody asked if I have a Dreamcast. I collect what I like, if that makes sense. For example, like all the Power Ranger stuff, all the Transformer stuff. I'm not collecting as in a sense of a collector that needs all of them. It's just the fact that I collect what I like. So it's like, I just repeated myself, but there's people like, for example, the Power Ranger collection. There's people that'll buy all the Power Rangers, all the bikes, all the weapons, all the no, I just like, okay, I want this Zord and I want these Rangers. Bam, that's all I want. Or for Transformers, I want these Transformers. But the hard thing is, if you're a collector, for example, they keep each couple of years, they'll come out with the same Transformers with different details. So you figure, like, I'm collecting the War Cybertron stuff. They had Beast Wars stuff, right? So I'll show you right now. Hold on, y'all. I'll show you right now. This is a perfect example. All right. For example, bam. So if you guys can hear me, for example, I collect Transformers, but I like Transformers I like. So this is the War for Cybertron. If y'all can see it, War for Cybertron Optimus Primal, which means this is Beast Wars Optimus Prime. Or Optimus Primal. But then Hasbro, being the sneaky motherfuckers that they are, excuse my French, they're like, you know what? Since Beast Wars is coming back, how about we do a Beast Wars toy? So not only did I spend $30 on that, this was almost $50. It was on sale. So you figure now I have the original looking Beast Wars one. Then I have the War for Cybertron Beast Wars one. And that's not including, I have the, hold on, is it here too? Perfect. Another perfect example. Is this Megatron again? Okay, cool. Bam. I'll show you again. So we have the Beast Wars. This is the War for Cybertron Megatron. I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm trying to show it a little bit better. Or do I need a, yeah, because of the blue light from the TV. But if I step back, you see, this is the War for Cybertron Megatron. But then also, I have the Beast Wars Megatron. So it's like, okay, now these two alone, same thing. Damn near the same thing, but this is a lot bigger than this one. So if you turn it around, if you look at it, there's different details on this than on this. But it's like, you just bought the same toy twice? No, I bought what I wanted. So it's like, as a dude that collects this, each year they're going to keep, and you figure another thing I collect is sports memorabilia. These are Michael Jordan cards I have from PSA. So I have a PSA 9 mint condition, PSA 9, Beckett mint condition 9, and Beckett mint condition 9 Jordan cards, those are probably worth like $4,500. So would I sell them? I'd sell them in a crunch, or if there's something I really want. So it's like, that's how I collect. So I hope that answers somewhat. What is your favorite pair of shoes you have? Right now, I've been wearing these. These are the Nike Chunky Dunks. I've been abusing these a lot. And when I say a lot, anybody knows I've been wearing these a lot. But let me see if I can show you, if I can get it out of this rack. My favorite shoe that I've actually personally, these are probably like my favorite shoes so far. If there's not a SB, like favorite shoe, I have a couple, but it depends. Like, are you asking for like comfort, for wear, or just in general? So if I was going to go based off of my favorite, like those expensive chunky, they're expensive, yeah, but it's something I like. So if anybody is if you ever watch White Man Can't Jump, these are considered the Billy Hoyles. So this is the Nike Command Force 180 with the pump. I don't know if y'all can see that too clearly because of the light, but pretty much this is like my, still smells new too. I gotta wear these before they start cracking. But these are actually my favorite shoe. I wore these in my build breakdown. I have multiple pairs of these shoes. The difference that comes in, as you can see, these have the yellow back, so these would be considered the Billy Hoyles. So Billy Hoyle is a character in White Man Can't Jump, and he wore these specific shoes in the movie. This was supposed to be competitive to the to the Reebok pump, and the difference between that one and the other one, this offers ankle support. So a lot of those dudes in the 90s didn't have a lot of ankle support, so this was it. A lot of people like Jordan 1s. I like Jordan 1s, but I'm like one of those dudes that like, okay, if I wear these are a more conversation piece than Jordan 1s. Who won the spicy chicken sandwich? It's on the I forgot who won, but to me, these are cooler than Jordan 1s because Jordan 1s they're not played out. Jordan 1s are nice. I like Jordan 1s. Those are probably my favorite Jordans because they fit like SBs, and these shoes aren't too bulky in a sense. What color are these? But I have these in the David Robinson. So David Robinson is a player on the Spurs. For those people that don't know, the Spurs is the Texas. Who's the Spurs play for? San Antonio Spurs. David Robinson, the general Navy guy. That, and then these right here. I have another pair. I'd say these are probably like my favorite shoes too. The favorite shoes I used to love, my ex threw away, were my Twin Peak fucking Nikes I wore, my first SBs. But these are the if anybody knows about shoes, these are the Travis Scotts. I like these a lot. They're kind of, I got them dirty already, but I like these. I'm waiting for those other Travis Scotts to come. I ordered them a long time ago. I'm just waiting. The Travis Scott highs in blue, they feel good. It's just I just like the fact that the Nike shine on these shoes are backwards. I like some that, and I didn't get them because they're popular. I got them because I like them, and that's what a lot of people do when they fuck up. They get shoes that are okay. I'm not a sneakerhead. I just know sneakers, so I buy what I like personally. So that's. Ooh, that cup is cold. Maybe a cup of cold water. That's just how I get down. There's people just like my cousin likes what he likes, but he's like, gotta have every SB. I'm like, nah, I'm not like that. Damn, that's one of my favorite movies. How Billy Hoyle. What's your favorite pair of shoes? It's like my brother. He collects because that's the one he likes. It's not her. Not yeah. I still have those jerseys for you. Just haven't had the time to catch you at an event. Formula Drift was very busy, especially at the HKS booth, so I didn't get a chance to do it. You were at the HKS booth? No wonder. I saw you and my brain was like off the whole time. Um, yeah, that was about it. Like I collect a lot of bullshit. Like I collect old racing stuff too, but it's racing shit that I like. Like I got a Pennzoil jacket, I got a Marlboro racing jacket. I've got all my Booty Hustler stuff that'll become collector's items one day. So people like, do you like Voltron? Not really. I'm not a big Voltron fan. I respect it. Yes, bro. I do marketing for HCast and hook it up. Tell them Japanese companies shoot through. Tell them your boy. Tell them your boy is here. Y'all need some. How did I express to HKS? Y'all need some melanin skinned people. I mean, I understand that y'all Japanese owned, but on the west side of the country, I'm trying to get some old Nismo logo. Hey, bro, thoughts about Z-Tune front bumper? I'm actually picking up a Z-Tune front bumper. I have Z-Tune style. Correction, I wouldn't say an OEM Z-Tune bumper. I'm getting a OEM styled Z-Tune bumper. Ask your wife. Oh, I'll ask Narina. Narina? She's at church. Gary King. Actually, though, that's mob to Irwindale and peer pressure Gary King Jr. into writing it too. Sorry to kind of divert, but what are your thoughts about the new JDM prices? Think that all the Skyline base model, bro. Unfortunately, right now, I don't see the Skyline market dropping. The main reason why is there's not a lot of Skylines, and people always hear, well, in Japan they have them everywhere. We have Mustangs everywhere, but how often do you see like a clean Mustang from those years? And they didn't make a lot of them, and we're not talking about, for example, if they made 30,000 R34 GTRs, that came out damn near 20 years ago. So from now till then, think about how many have been crashed, how many are just sitting. Like there's a lot of them, but when I say there's not a lot of them, there's not a grip of them. And then there's the base models. You figure I've owned 3 4-doors. So there's certain cars you can get that are out there that are the same as these cars, but nobody wants them because for me, I like Skylines because I've always liked Skylines since I was like fucking a little kid. So for me, that's different. Like there's kids out there, you don't want a Skyline because XYZ has a Skyline. Don't get it because somebody else has it. Get it because you want it. I fell in love with the 4-door after I seen, I want to say it was Nomo Ken or Ken Nomura drive the Blitz 34 at Grand Prix 1. I was like, yo, there's a 4-door one? I didn't know. So that's really what it is. And just try to find like the JZX 100s. There was a time I couldn't get a JZX 100 out of my hands for less than 14,000. Now they're 35,000, and people come to me like, you still know, bro. I tried to tell people there was a time where I had not I but our place where we had a NA automatic Supra for $5,000, right hand drive. 2015 this was. So 6 years ago, you figure that was the price, but now NA right hand drive Supra is not gonna cost you $5,000. And people are like, well, in Japan, I saw this car for that price. Okay, well, cool. Get it and bring it over. I got a cousin, and this is what I try to explain to people that are like, why are your prices so high? And no disrespect, I know our cars are clean that we bring. I know our cars are ran through, like they're going through with a fine tooth comb. And you can't argue, okay, you can get a car cheaper here, get it, because my cars are already here. I'm driving my car around. You're showing people pictures of your car in Japan. Great job. I could do that all day. It's like having a long distance girlfriend. It doesn't fucking matter. You have a car in Japan. That's good. No disrespect to anybody. You have a car in Japan. What does that do for you here? You can't fucking drive it. All you can do is look at pictures of women. Get the fuck out of here. No disrespectfully. Somebody asked me, seems like everything is going up. Offered me $3K for my clapped out DN9 ticket. I said, nah. And like I said, for example, like our EG hatch, I bought an EG hatch last year with a B20 for $1,800. So you figure, and the thing is, all the older cars, like I said, are crashed. Think about if you go on LQK Pick Apart, perfect example. How many cars do you see in the junkyard, and you can't buy those cars again? Once they're there, they're there. So it's like kind of like semi-useless that you can't use it respectfully. You know what I'm saying? What's this gonna taste like? Let's see what this is. Blue Gatorade. What's the best way to support your hustle / addiction? We got to keep guys like you in the scene. What's the best way to support your hustle / addiction? We got to. For me, really, if like when people buy stuff from the website. Thank you, Brandon Rose. When people buy stuff from the website, that helps. When people watch the content, that helps. Because you figure, all right, so how does watching my YouTube support me? So I don't get paid a lot from YouTube. You figure like I don't put out a lot of videos as well. So you figure off the YouTube after taxes and everything, I'm making like $150 a month off YouTube. So that's not a go-to to make me want to continue YouTube. Like if I was to upload videos 3 times a week and get over 20,000 views, okay, I'd make a little more. But it's hard to determine what videos will get good views. So you figure, for example, the Rant Wednesdays consistently average out about 5,000 views, if that. And so it's like, that's not making me money. So it's like, where's the encouragement for Gary to make more videos? The encouragement for me to make more videos comes from the love of making videos. And that's what it is. So you figure, where does the value come? So it's like companies see me and they're like, okay, you get a lot of views, but you don't get a lot of views. So this is our tier system for rating for what we can pay you. Find out what Pops does and doesn't. That's enough for a sicker man. For example, that Hoonigan video I posted, 20,000 views. There was a ride along video that I might repost that got 2,000 views, and I really legitimately, this is when my car ran, and it felt like a waste because the guy was a car guy, so he was already in faster cars, but it was the fact that I was excited because my car ran. Thank you. I appreciate you, Saxon. I appreciate you, brother. Remember, if you got the code BH Slides 20, get you 20% off today. So you figure, where does my value come in? So I'm not trying to sound, sorry, I'm not playing the game right now. I'm not trying to sound full of myself or anything, or like how cocky or pretentious. A lot of companies come to me and be like, do you want to run our stuff? And respectfully, I hate to say this, but being heard around of any, just for banter, hold on, I'm gonna read that real quick. I hate to say this, but bring hurt around Vinny just to banter purposes. The problem with that is that's like, oh, hold on, I'll get back to that. So you figure companies approach me, hey, we want to sponsor you. Cool, but how much are you going to pay me? No disrespect, I see some, and I'm not a professional driver, so my professional level versus my level of driving versus professional level, but and I'll be like, you're paying such and such this amount of money to promote your products, but his numbers, that's what always comes, his numbers aren't like my numbers. His following is not my following, and I'm not trying to sound like an asshole. This is business. You're going to give me a reason not to pay. You're going to give me a reason not to have my car at a booth. But no, and I say this respectfully, nobody knows who that guy's car is. Nobody knows who that guy is, but you're willing to pay him to keep losing. When you could pay me to keep winning in a sense of what I'm doing. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to say I'm full of myself, I'm full of shit. It's just, for example, at my following and my interactions compared to a person who races full time, and I understand they race full time, they got a race team. But wouldn't it make sense to pay me instead of paying the person who's racing that's nobody's going to see their products? Now, I'm not trying to disrespect a race car driver. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody following their passion. This is just plain numbers. When people say, for example, let's take a ride. YB Namar. YB Namar sponsored by Society, and they gave him everything and all that. Compared to the kid who's actually drifting a Z every day, what's going to get more attention? The kid with the drift Z who can drive, or the famous rapper? I'm not a famous rapper. I'm just saying this is just what you got to look at the aspect, or the famous dude who has the following. For example, I was like coilover companies a lot. Like Max Speeding Rods approached me like, "Hey, we want you to run our stuff." Okay, how much? Well, we can give you $500 in products. What makes me want to run your products if they're already semi okay and all of that? And that's really what I'm saying. Why would I put something shitty on my car to promote you for free and tell everybody to buy your shitty stuff? Not saying Max Speed and Rides are shitty, but it's not KW, it's not Phil, it's not BC, and it's like it's not none of that. And when I say this, it kind of they don't understand that you can't have step, and that's the thing. And I don't, like I said, I'm not trying to sound cocky, Marcus. As a person of color, I'm always gonna, and I don't want to bring race into this, but as a person of color, I feel I get the short end of the stick because what. Like you paying XYZ, and I hear from multi-million-dollar companies, well, we don't have a budget to pay you. And my cousin broke this down the best. He's like, nigga, how they don't have a budget to pay you, but they can pay their employees? They just paid somebody to hit you up, right? So think about it that way. So for example, I it would make more money for example, I have max speed and ride coilovers on the Honda. I took the coilovers, but I never made the video because they stole the footage. And they're like, well, you didn't make a video. But at the same time, you're pressing me to make, like, I understand, but it was like I could, and this is what it really comes down to. And like I said, I'm not trying to sound cocky. This is just how I feel. I could buy all the shit that I got on my car for free. I didn't need it, but it helped. It helped me get to a better place. So like with Howtech, that's something that benefits me because their ECUs are great. That's not something I could talk shit about. So I'm very glad to be helped by Howtech. I'm very glad to be helped by Falcon Tire. I'm very glad to be helped by Precision Turbo. But at the same time, I could have bought the shit. And I don't have to run a sticker. I don't have to tag you. I don't have to do none of that bullshit. But I'm very grateful because those are big people that I'd love to work with. And they give me feedback on what I do to help me further into this career of whatever I'm doing. But when it comes down, like you figure Kansai was the first real wheel sponsor that I had. Like I was helped out by SSR before, but in a sense, like, okay, SSR gave me, and I'm not dissing SSR. SSR gave me, I think it was like 35 or 40% off my first pair of wheels. And I was super grateful for it. Mind you, I was nobody. I had like 1,000 followers and everything. And I was like, man, I appreciate the support. I love it. I did my first build breakdown, and you hear me talking about my SSR GTX01s on Zestino tires because those were people that helped me out. So we go into a year after that when I actually have somewhat of a following. I'm at like 25, 30,000 followers. And I'm like, hey, we're sitting down talking about how we could do things better. I said, hey, SSR, I know you got a better wheel coming out. Work Fest or whatever is literally next week, and they invited me to come out. How about you let me borrow a set of wheels? I'll promote the wheels. That way people can see that, like, hey, these are what it is. And they said, and I'm telling them about the internet and everything. And I'm literally saying, like, okay, for example, everybody And this is the biggest thing I tell companies. I go to them and I'll be like, okay, for example, we'll talk, and I talk real talk. I sit here, magazines are dead, TV is dead. In a sense, like if you watch sitting, the only thing you're going to watch on TV right now is sports and the news. You are not watching. Any normal person that I know is streaming everything. You're streaming on Hulu, Netflix, whatever HBO app, Peacock, Roku, or whatever. So as you sit here, what do you guys have? And this is what I break down to them when I'm talking. This is to SSR. What do you guys have? What does every person have that you don't need that has an access? A phone. I can share a link to you in less than half a second. I can share a link to you less than a second. And they're like, what do you mean? For example, you're promoting in magazines. You're spending your media budget on magazines to waste money. Nobody fucking buys magazines anymore. When's the last time you get everything on your phone? Everybody has Instagram, everybody has TikTok, everybody has Facebook, Twitter, or some type of social media platform. Your mother, your cousin, your uncle, your brother, and your father probably has it. They haven't caught on to this yet. No, they haven't. So you figure, I'm like, I tell them this, and they're like, Japanese people are very, I hate to say this, Japanese people are very headstrong. That's their way or no way. They have a lot of pride and they don't want to hear it. And this is respectfully. So this is where my conversation goes back to help working with Japanese nudie magazines. For example, nudies, think about how many magazines, bro, pornography has been replaced by technology. I'm streaming. Yeah.
Who am I?
Huh? Oh, when you left, they crashed. Chelsea Denofa and Von Gittin Jr. crashed into each other.
Oh. Tell me I won't be able to make it.
I don't know. Oh, Lord.
What are you playing?
Car Drift, but I'm just talking about why I might drop my sponsors.
Which one?
Huh?
Which one?
The one, this is the Action Clutch situation.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck them niggas.
All right, so Gary dropping gems right now. I'm taking notes. All right, hold on, let me close my door before the dog comes in here. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah, Justin is a Saints fan, man. You know, I wonder.
I'm gonna talk to that nigga on the phone on Monday. I'm gonna have a long conversation with him. All right, so as I was saying, so I go to these Japanese companies, right? And I hate to say this, so I know y'all watching this, like, what's going on? If you're just tuning in, I feel like I'm about to drop a lot of my sponsors next year because of certain things, and I need to get paid because at this point, it's like I'm doing a lot, but all in return, I'm getting free parts. Not to sound ungrateful, I could buy the fucking parts. It's as simple as that. So back to the SSR situation. So I'm sitting there at SSR, I'm telling them how the internet works. And they're like, we don't know how long the internet will be around. We don't see that beneficial to us. I said, excuse me? Like, I'm just looking at him like, excuse me? Do you not hear what you're saying? He's like, no disrespect, but we're a big company. We know what we're doing. And I'm like, you literally just told me that your competition is XXR, ESR, and all these Chinese companies that are selling wheels by the tens of thousands, and you can't sell a lot of wheels because nobody knows who the fuck you are anymore. Respectfully, I'm saying in a professional manner, I'm saying more or less, nobody has a attention to what you're doing because they don't know where you're at. In a sense, SSR has been around for a long time. Folks been around for a long time. Everybody buys TE37s because TE37s are still spoke about. That's going to be a timeless wheel. It's a good looking wheel. The RPF1, timeless wheel. So when he tells me that, I'm like, okay. So pretty much they're like, what you want to do doesn't work for us, and we don't see anything coming out of it. And I'm sitting here like, bro, like, WeekFest hit me up via the internet. And I'm like, you know what? I go to WeekFest with no car. I still go. They say, you didn't bring your car? I was like, it's not ready. At the time, I had my LMGT2s. I didn't have tires for them. I was broke, so I'm not about to roll up there on. I had some replacements, some 17-inch whatevers. So I wasn't about to go out my way to do that. So I go to Kansai. I see them at SEMA 2018. I go to SEMA 2018, and I'm talking to Chris Simpek, the owner of Kansai at the time. I'm like, yeah, man, love the wheels, whoop de whoop whoop. And he was like, hey, we're coming out with something. We should talk. I'm like, cool. So he hits me up. That's 20 at the end of 20, the tail of 2018. I'm at working at SpaceX. I get a text, say, hey, Gary, it's Chris from Kansai. Come by. We want to talk. And I was like talking to him. I gave him the same ideas that I gave SSR. And he was like, you know what? Let's take a gamble on each other. Well, the worst that can happen is it doesn't work, and then we can shake our hands and be away from this. I've been with Kansai since 2018 now. And the benefit of that is, have they paid me? No. But at the same time, they've helped me get money. What do you mean they've helped you get money? When we throw an event or giveaways, people want to come to our event because we're giving away wheels. They give us a free set of wheels, more people are more liable to come or more able to come to the event. You don't have to do anything. You just come, you buy merchandise, boom, we're good. And I love that. Kansai, and he's always giving us like side tips. He's like, hey, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? He's not asking why our company isn't where it is. He's asking, how can I help you get better? And every time we talk to him, it's how we can get better together. It's not how we can get better with your money. It's how we can get better with what we got. Text you in a bit. So that's that sense. So for example, people are like, why do you run NRG? Why do you run status seats? Why do you run this? Why do you run that? For example, status seat. So it's like, no disrespect. I told you, and I love Bread Zeta 3XLs. But is Bread going to pay me? No. Why? Because number one, they're a high strung Japanese company. They already know what they're doing. Their seats sell themselves. They're not going to pay me. They're going to give me a discount and think it's an honor for me to run their seats, which I understand. It's a respected company, but respectfully, kick rocks. Status Racing approached us. All right, I already can get NRG seats all day. I already have my Bread Zeta 3XLs. How can we make this work? We sit down and they're like, oh, you can get your own signature seat with your own logo on it. All right, I'm listening. I have my own seat. Correction, it's their model seat. So think about your own custom shoe. I have my own, like Travis Scott has his ones. That's why. So this is going back. Travis Scott has his own Jordan. I have my own seat with our own colorways and our own logo on it. And the benefit of that is we sell that seat. It's a big boy friendly seat that anyone can buy with our logo on it. So number one, we're getting our brand out there. Number two, we can make money. Number three, it's a seat that I can feel comfortable selling. And number four, it's an approved racing seat. Is it $400? No, it's a $900 seat, but at the same time, it's a comfortable seat. So as I go into the kid who asked me, how do I go about making content? You just have to see what you want to do. My content revolves of everything I do. Cars, comic books, my hoarding, and my life. Do I put my personal life out there? I put my personal life on the internet because there's people that are in the same situation. Their father on drugs. They grow up in a single household. They have family that ain't shit. They with their best friend that they've been rocking with forever. That's family. So you can relate to that. Or there's people that want to see how somebody that looks like me does what I do. Am I rich? No. Do I have to work a 9 to 5? Yes. Do I have a degree? No. Did I go to trade school? Yes. Did I go to a 4-year university? No. Did I have a good background growing up? Yes. Did I have 2 siblings? Did I have siblings? Yes. But it's all these factors that come into play that make you an adult. So for me, when I go back to the subject, it's like, okay, I build my cars for me. I do all this in my room for me. I just let you look at it for a slight chance that you like what I like and we can get along. That's as simple as that. So when you're filming and when you're doing whatever you do, make sure you're comfortable with what you're putting out. Like, I don't show my girl's ass. I don't show my girl's titties. I don't do any of that clickbait shit. I got a gang of homegirls that got big titties and big booties that I could easily give rides to and get all the clickbait views that I wanted to get. But after that, it dies down. It's like now you're making your audience determine what you want to film. And that's not me. No disrespect to the people that do it. That's how it is. Am I going to go out here and fucking prank people? No, that fucking shit is corny to me. I'd rather get 1,000 views on some bullshit than get 100,000 views on something I don't like. So That's just. Oh, let me read these comments real quick. That's just how it is. So it's like, yeah, should I be at 100,000 views, 100,000 followers? I feel so, but at the same time, I feel like I haven't put in enough work to do that. Do I make videos that I feel sometimes don't get the respect they deserve? Of course, but at the same time, I'm not doing it. I don't put out a video like, man, I hope it fucking gets a million views. If it gets a million views, it gets a million views. And so it's like for anything else, it's just like, it's just for me, and not for, it's in a sense like, you guys make me want to stream. I legitimately come here to stream. Like, if somebody's having a hard day, y'all know, if y'all having a hard day, I'll fucking DM you on the fucking Instagram, and I'll voice chat you, or I'll video chat you. I'd rather at least give somebody, like, because there's times somebody who is suicidal hit me up, and there was times I'm just talking to this person, like, real talk. Like, I'm just talking to them. They're like, man, I'm going through it. I don't feel like being in here anymore. I just want to end it. Why? I'm going through this in my life. I'm going through that in my life. I don't feel like being in here anymore. Then I'm going to kill myself. I'm like, before you do that, think about what the ramifications are. Think about how many people you'll hurt if you go. Think about who cares about you. And before you make that final step, because there is no turning back. You sell a car, you can buy your car back. You feel me? That's all day, all night, unless somebody crashes it. But in that sense, it's like I'm talking to this person, like, listen, bro, you going through a rough patch right now. Your girl left you. You ain't got no job. You dead broke. But what you do have is the greatest gift of all. You have life, which means you have an opportunity to live the next day to make the circumstances better in your life. Yeah, the person you love. Hold on, just a second. You want something from Yummy? Ooh, pretzel bread. Let me get some barbecue chips and a pretzel bread roast beef sandwich. But that's, sorry, I just my ass. I want some food. And that's the thing. Like, there's times where I get depressed. There's times where, like, I wouldn't say I wouldn't be suicidal. I felt worthless. You know, everybody goes through that, and it's just finding your self worth to just remember, like, I'm here. There's things that could go better. There's things that could. I seen a homeless man butt naked singing down the street, and I was like, that motherfucker's happy. He got no clothes on. He may be crazy as fuck, but he happy he alive. There's a lot of motherfuckers that ain't here no more, and that's just a simple fact. Like I told the young person on the thing, you have a chance to make this better. You can find a job. You can find a new girl. There ain't no lack of coochie in the streets. So stop tripping about some female. I was with my ex for 10 years, and when things weren't going right, I felt worthless in a sense, because it was like it was it was like, damn, what did I do? But it was like, cool, I found. And then I got with Narina, and we're here now. Do Narina and I fight a lot about bullshit, and it don't be fighting like in the sense like we about to fist fight. We just be nonsense. Who's a better driver, James Dean or Peter Vincent? We fighting over is fucking hot sauce a flavor? No, that's fucking. I shouldn't be uncomfortable to eat food. Little shit like that. So that's the cool thing about that. So I don't know where I'm going with this conversation, but yeah, just be the best you can be. Don't do it for nobody else. Like, when I fucking put pineapples on pizza, I don't put pineapples on my pizza because, like, I'm gonna make a lot of people angry. I put them on there because I genuinely like pizza and I like pineapples. So I think somebody asked me in here, how do I feel about Randy from Eliminates R34? I like it. I remember when I first met Randy, I took my car to Paradox, and I was like, who the fuck is this Asian nigga? Like, respectfully, I was like, who the fuck is this Asian dude acting all fucking super hyper and shit? And I was like, hey. He's like, hey, how's it going? You Gary, right? I'm like, yeah, I'm Gary. He's like, my name's Randy. I was like, hey, Randy, how's it going? And I was like, Randy, I've heard that because I know Christian. I was like, oh, fuck, you're Randy. I've heard stuff from you from Christian. He was like, and I'm like, I'm not going based off what he said. I'm going off based of the relationship, that like me and this face-to-face interaction. So I'm talking to him. He's like, yeah, bro, you got an R34, man. That's cool. I've been trying to get one of these for a while. I just bought one and I'm thinking about putting a K swap in. And I'm like, man, that'd be fucking really dope. Those K engines are fucking hella strong engines. My boy just put one on his S13. Me talking about Hurt. And he's like, yeah, man, fucking it'll be great. Because I remember when Hurt was about to K swap the the S13, he was like, yeah, man, I'm about to put a K engine in my S13. I was like, okay. And he was like, yeah, this is going to be the newest trend, watch. And like, bro, I was like, cool, bro, whatever. I'll just eventually buy an LS car because my fucking, I wasn't knowing what I was going to do with any of my cars. But, Randy comes like, yeah, bro, I got a 2-door 34 GTT. I want to do this, and this, and this, and this. And I was like, bro, slow down, bro. You are talking way too fucking fast for me, my dude. And, so he gets it. And I'm like, man, and he gets the car and I'm already know where he's going with this. And when he puts the K swap on it, he's like, yeah, it's going to piss a lot of people off. And I'm like, do you, bro? Like, I don't fucking care. It's not my car, not my cow, not my farm. So he does it and it's in there now and it's like fucking, but the cool thing was he didn't just put the engine in the car. He built the car up, then put the engine in. And I'm sure it'll be at SEMA. Easy peasy. So do I like the car? Yeah. And the cool thing I like about Randy, like real talk, he gave me his number and everything. If I ever have a question about shit like camera settings, anything I'm doing, he'll like text me back within within 15 minutes. There's people from that I've talked to before that don't even respond. So he takes the time to respond. He's like, yeah, bro, whenever you're up here, let's collab, let's do something. So it's like, okay, cool. It's like that'll be cool. Like to go up there, it's like a whole field. That is it worth it to buy HKS pod filter? Do you want me to be? How can I put this? I'm not trying to. How can I put this? I would say the hardest part is getting the replacement filters. I usually use like a K&N AEM or like one of those cone style filters, unless you don't have room in your engine bay. Because what was happening with my HKS filter was it was old, so it would deteriorate and it would get caught it's one of those things. It's like I like the HKS filter because it looks cool, but I had old filters, so the filter when I tried to replace it off my car was not good. But make sure y'all do go Booty Hustlers, go buy some merchandise. I gave y'all the code. We got new shirt up, the new Secret Street Team shirts. So y'all go do that, and all that good stuff. Oh, why is this car lagging? Oh my god. But yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna read something. Hold on, let me read some of these comments real quick. Oh, there's people. Oh, there you go. Let me read some of these comments real quick. Hold on, let me check. I'm streaming, sorry. Let's see. I was just talking for a bit. K&N will outlaw the HKS. Will outlaw the HKS. Can I get in on the lobby? Yeah, BH Slide is the lobby. Is it worth the buy? There you go. Gary is for the people. Thumbs up. The fuck everybody. I'll be honest with you, I personally follow you because it's great to see another black man on this platform who loves cars like me. Gary is legit. This sounds like a good relationship. A ton of car companies thought this same way with the magazine era before the internet blew up, and where are they now? That's a sad way of thinking it. But yeah, so pretty much like going into 2022, what's the Booty Hustlers link? I'll put it in. Hold on. Put it in here for y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a code. Y'all order up, people. There you go, link in the description. So it's like going into 2022, I'm just gonna sponsor myself. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna probably keep Kansai and a few other people, but not a lot. You film on a GoPro with the mic, you use, oh yeah, I actually do. I'll show you the GoPro I have. I have a media mod case on the GoPro 9. So if you're watching the Hoonigan, the new Hoonigan video I made. I didn't have this rabbit foot mic, but I did use a GoPro with the media case. So what the negative side about the media case, when I'm filming, I have to talk this close to it so you can hear it when I'm like talking, because if you turn around, it goes away. Oh, we got everybody in here. So that's the negative side of that. But I like the GoPro because it's not clunky. I don't want sponsorship. I want a partnership. That's exactly what it is, Marcus. So anybody, like for Marcus, you're making great content. So right now, in a sense, if anybody were to get sponsored, and this is the way that my cousins got me thinking, which is, what value does that sponsorship have for you? For a lot of people that want to sponsor me, no disrespect to them, but it's like, how can we work together to make this better? Because at this point, you need more help than I need help. I have to go out my way to, like, for example, when BC race, I'm technically still sponsored by BC Fuel Suspension and Reaction Coilover. But you're like, how are you sponsored by 3 different companies and you're one person? I'll explain this. I am on a contract for a different set of cars. So you're like, huh? Each contract says, okay, we're giving you coilovers for this car. We need you to fulfill these obligations for this car, but not as an entity. For example, when I talked to Odie about Phil, he was like, yeah, bro, he hit me up. It was cool talking to Odie on the phone, and congratulations to Odie about Phil Suspension and sponsoring one of our cars. It's like, cool, but it's under me. So think about me and it's under I'm technically under me. Reaction sponsors my R33. I bought coilovers for the 34, but BC sponsored my old 34. So in this sense, I bought the Reaction coilovers because I needed something now. Are they good? They're all like coilovers to me, unless you're like doing something different. In a sense, like I like Phil Suspension because it's a company ran by a guy who's putting input back to the suspension that came from rally racing, that came from road racing, that comes from drifting. So he already knows what to do. BC coilovers are ran by drifters, ran by professional drivers, ran by people here in America winning. So, and then Reaction is a company that's ran by a few people like myself, Zosh, Rob Dom, and others, but the input goes back into the coilovers. So like instead of a company that's just replicating coilovers. So it's like, for me, it's like when Lloyd told me about the possible potential to work with a big Japanese company, it's like, that's exciting, but in my heart, I wanted to work, but in my business mindset, it's simply that. And I hate to say this, a lot. Like, for example, a lot of people, and this goes back to me when I say I use American companies because they're here. There is no, I have to wait 3 months to get what I need. They're all here in SoCal, so boom. The saddest racing in Tamac is like 2 hours away from me, if that. I can go there. NRG's an hour away from me. Garrett, Precision Turbos is an hour away from me. So those are all local. Like if like right now, HCast is like, hey Gary, we want to sponsor you. I'd be like, fuck, that's really fucking big. That's super fucking amazing. I would say yes in a heartbeat, but then the business side of me is like, how can we make this work together? What can because HCast is a respected name, is it not? It is very respected. I remember I got, and this is one of those things that it was like, yo, it was tight, but then I got sponsored by Blitz USA, which makes Kendall Morris parts for his car. I'm like, fuck, this is Blitz. But then at the same time, I look, and this is one of those things, like, you guys got to realize, if a company is barely doing something for them and working off the lineage of what they've done, what really can they do for you? How are you going to get more eyes and attention to yourself? Not being selfish, but you're trying to get somewhere further. You're trying to get paid, and everything is numbers now. Everything's a numbers game. The first, like, whenever I talk to Nads and Hoonigan, he's like, let me see your numbers. Numbers could be better. Your numbers could be better. And he's like, why do you think that is? And I'm like, bro, like, I'm like, am I sitting here? Am I making shitty content? Am I making shitty posts? And it's like, I see my cousin Cyril Palmer. I'm like, this motherfucker's winning. This motherfucker's doing everything, but yet again, he does fashion, and that motherfucker's pictures be immaculate. From my research, what sort of things make a sponsorship as partially more desirable for? So hold on. All right, so I'm gonna read this, Miss Lori. I'm gonna read this your comment right now. From my research, what sort of things make a sponsorship size partially more desirable for larger companies? HKS is a large company. HKS is a well-known name, right? So let's break this down. Let's break this down perfectly. And if I sound stupid, correct me. If you go to a car meet or a car show right now, how many people are running HKS parts? If I go to my local car scene right now, how many people that don't have Japanese spec cars, I mean, how do I make guys like you want it? For me to run HKS, I would, like, for example, I know HKS's catalog, HKS SSQ, HKS T51R, HKS Hypermax coilovers, HKS cone filters, HKS, I had an old HKS motor, HKS oil cap. But that's what I'm saying. And if you were at the booth, how many people just stopped by and looked at something and then put it right back down? What is the excitement for me to run the HKS stuff? Like right now, it's money. You guys are a larger company. So at this point, it's like running HKS and getting paid to run HKS would be amazing. But like I said, pride comes down to Japanese people in the sense is, why do we need to pay this American when we could pay somebody in Japan? Which makes perfect sense. But how many more eyes are on the American market than the Japanese market? People in America look up to Japanese driving, but with American style. And I hate to say it, for example, I was approached by a large Japanese company here in the States in South Orange County. So for me to run HKS is, I need to know what I'm gonna get into. What can HKS help me do? So for example, if I go to HKS Instagram right now, this is just a smart HKS. There's the first two, that HKS US Inc. 49,000 followers. You were at Long Beach one day ago. I'm looking at your numbers, at me like thinking analytically. I'm looking at your numbers right now. There's no story post on your HKS. Although there's generic product post, another generic product. America is our largest market, and I'm trying to get the leaders to understand that, but I want you guys to, hold on, I'm gonna read this comment real quick. America is our largest market, and I'm trying to get the leaders to understand that, but I want to come to you guys like you're correct as well. So, example, this is me thinking like a younger person, but me thinking as me and me thinking as business. As a younger person that doesn't know, the larger market is America. Okay, that's well known. But as a younger person, what makes your product more desirable than BC Racing just because it's Japanese? What makes your T51R more desirable because I can run a Garrett? And for me, it's like, and then when I explain this to people, and it's not trying to demean your brand. In conclusion, FD judges still suck big time, pretty much, bro. FD judges get one more. Lori, you know what, Lori? I'm gonna give you my number and we could talk instead of giving this on a. I don't want to feel like I'm chewing you out. DM me, Miss Lori, but at the same time, I'm gonna tell the people, I have an HKS front mount intercooler on my car, and I've never thought about taking it off. It's thick, it's sturdy, and I know it's well built. I had an HKS SSQ, I had an HKS oil cap, I had HKS filters. So it's reassuring your brand here. No, I love everything you say, and I'd love to talk. Yeah, Lori, just DM me, and we can talk on the phone. But I'm gonna just talk a little bit here so you can get an idea. So it's like it's easier to work with an American company because it's not smoke and mirrors. It's straightforward, and it is what it is. If I go to Kansai right now, I'm talking to the owner of Kansai. I'm not talking to his flunky. I'm not talking to his person. I'm talking straight to them. When I talk to Precision Turbo, I'm talking to the dude who runs the department there. Like, he runs the marketing department. He found it would be best for me. When I ran another turbo, it was given to me by my pops because he's on a race team and he won. And he was like, bro, do all of this and I guarantee you we can get you something. I did everything I could. I made a post, it got 15,000. I'm not saying I'm not the shit. I made a post for these people, it did well. I made a video and the turbo, I did everything I could. And all I got was a good job. I'm a grown ass man. I can pat my own self on the back for knowing I did a good job. But this was more or less like, okay, this is what we're gonna do, this is what we're gonna do. And it's upsetting in a sense that, hold on, I'm checking my messages. Let me check it. My fucking phone won't pull up your name. Fuck. I don't know why my phone's tripping. Fucking phone's tripping. But that just is what it is. So I feel like for HKS to get out there to more people like me, you got to do more stuff. For example, and I hate to say this, as I sit here and think, how many FD drivers, how many personalities, how many racing figures in America run your products? I don't know. I can't tell you that statistic. How many people go to FD? A few people, a lot. Can't emphasize enough, a lot of these American companies are making customer service super personable and responsive. And that's the thing. And that was the number one thing about it. It's like, it's here. Like, I understand you're doing what you can, and you're doing as much as you can, Lori, and you're just one person. Everything you said in the live stream, I totally agree with. So it's like, that's just it. I feel, and a lot of people, we're in the day and age of everybody wants everything right now. I just paid $5,000 for some part. I want it right fucking now. Now. We're in the now era. When you buy a new iPhone, when the new iPhone drops, you pre-order it. But you know, you go to the store and they say it's ready, you want it then and there. You order some shoes, you want it then and there. That's why a lot of people go like, fuck it, I'll buy the same shoes that I just got for $500 because I can get it again. I can get it right now. If I buy Kansai wheels right now, I know I can get it right now. If I buy TE37s, I have to wait 3 months for fucking wheels I just bought for $5,000, and they will make you wait because they know they can make you wait. And then if you try to reach customer service in a different country, the time zone, the language barrier, the response isn't the same. Let's take an American company, a random American company that makes cars, BC Racing, in Florida, 3-hour time difference, on the East Coast. If I have an issue, I can call. Let's take a random Japanese company. Greddy's here in America. So we got Greddy America, we got HKS America. Let's take any random company. I don't want to say HKS. Let's take Blitz. I don't know when I'm gonna get back to them, and I'm gonna get back to them at their convenience. Bilstein, are they in America? I think they have American division. KW has American division. So when people get like people get shit for Fortunatos, people get shit for running BC Racings. Okay, if you're gonna give me shit, tell me why. Okay, well I want JDM coilovers. Good for you. What the fuck does that have to do with me? If I like, for example, Phil's suspension is 2 hours away in Reading. 32355. Yeah, I almost gave my number on the line. But that's just it. That's just it, people. So really, when I make this, I don't know where the fuck I'm going with this, y'all. But this is just the 30,000 special. I'm gonna just drop some game on y'all, because there's gonna be kids or adults or everybody who watches this that's gonna surpass me one day. Big Cletus McFarland fan too. Can't count how many times I've heard him talk about how Texas Speed has overnight parts. Yo, can I join? Yeah. Oh, BH Slide is the group. And that's another thing. Like, you figure, my LS engine, I didn't know shit about LSs, but Brad hooked me up with CPR. And I went to CPR and I explained, like, hey, I'm trying to so it's like, I went to CPR. CPR is Gardena. 20 minutes away. I told him, hey, I got my grandfather, and there was a lot of machine shops and engine shops. I told him, hey, my grandfather's house burned down. I need help. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with LS engines. And they were like, you know what? Let's talk. Come down here. I went down there. I met Nate. I met Frank. I met Martin. Martin was, sure, bro. Bring your engine down here. We'll see what we can do. You're at 29.9. Oh no, somebody played your boy. No, so it's at on my YouTube studio. It says 30.6. So I don't know why the fuck the thing hasn't updated, but on my YouTube studio, I hope it's not wrong. It's saying 30.6. I go to CPR and I tell them, they see the engine. And mind you, I'm not trying to work on the engine, Nate, and they look at it, they're like, well, let's take it apart, bud. Let's see how bad it is. They take it apart and they're looking at it, and the engine has water in it. Like, oh no, engine has water in it. It might be bad. He's like, let's spray some WD-40 and some Scotch Brite. Mind you, we haven't talked about a price. We haven't done anything. It was just the fact that they said, come down, let's see what we can do. They get the engine to turn, and they're like, He's like, you know what? They're like, damn, this engine's kind of fucked. We could sell it. Nate's like, we could sell you a new engine. And then Martin's like, let's do it for Grandpa. The purpose of this is and I tell them, they're like, the purpose of this is to rebuild my grandfather's engine. Will it have all new parts? Of course it'll have all new parts. But then at the same time, he said, it's not your grandfather's, and it doesn't tell a story. And I'm not just a random fuckboy doing an LS swap. I want this to mean something. Like, this is the engine my grandfather had. So I had two options from there: rebuild the engine or keep the parts in it and more or less have a shitty car. We sat there and we decided what we'll do is, fuck it, we'll rebuild the engine. And I'm like, fuck, bro, I don't have a budget to rebuild this engine. He was like, well, what is your budget? And I was sat there and I was like, well, I got like this much money I can do to rebuild this engine. He said, you know what? We'll do you a favor. You're a good guy. We like who you are. The vibes are good. How about this? We'll sponsor the build. You just buy the parts. I said, what? He's like, we'll do all your labor. In exchange, just make sure you come through for us. And I said, for sure. And I was like, there's times I'm not going to be here, so I don't want to missell your information. He said, that's fine. But when you're here and you want to learn, you want to learn. And so the whole thing was, right now they've machined my block. They honed it. They bored it out. They dipped it a gang of times. It looks like a brand new fucking engine. And the whole experience was that it felt like I like low-key wanted to cry, because in a sense it's like you didn't have to go out your way to help me with this engine, but you did it just because off the vibe of like you actually want to learn. Like, I was sitting there taking the shit apart. Mind you, I'm not trying to get in their way, like just this and this. Like, I'm mechanically inclined. And they're like, and I was like, so what do you want to do? And I was like, I would love to show off everything you guys do here. He's like, perfect. So what we'll do is we won't touch the engine unless you're here. We won't put it together unless you're here. They balance the crank. They polish the crank. So the only thing that's original from my grandfather's engine is the crank and the block. So it was like, out of all the love, I was like, bro, like you guys really fucking like did that. And he was like, so unfortunately, we couldn't get you CP piston, so we got you forged. We got you forged JE piston, forged rods, bearings, everything. So all you need to do is the head. And Nate's like, you know what? I'll help you out, kid. I'll sell you my core and build your head for this price. And I was like, I don't know if that's good or not. So he's like, we'll port your heads, we'll polish your heads, you'll have a fully built engine capable of 1,500 horsepower. And I was like, bro, I only wanted 400. And he was like, we don't do those kind of numbers here, but we're going to do the numbers you want. But just know, like, we're going to build you a bitchin' engine. And I'm sitting here like, bro, like, you're really about to do this for me, not because of who I were. And he's like, I could give a fuck if you had 1 million followers. I could give a fuck if you had 1 follower. It's just the fact that you came down here like a man. And they're big on the, like, Nate's big on the machismo, like, man type shit. He's like, you came down here like a man. You worked like a man, and you admitted you needed help. You didn't come in this headstrong. You didn't come in this thinking you were God's gift to fucking the internet. You're a fucking real cat, and I like that. You didn't sit here and watch us tear down your engine. You offered to help, and that's the least I can do. He's like, gonna have to pay for the heads, but just know, because they're not free. And I was like, I'm not asking for free. I was just asking for like help in general. So So if y'all go follow CPR, all 33 people here, just go CPR, give a comment, say Uncle Gary said hi, which will mean a lot for me and a lot for them. That way they know, like, the thing is coming. So it's like, they're like, well, what do you want to use this car for exactly? I told them the story. My grandfather's house burnt down. His Corvette burned down in a fire. And this is the engine from his Corvette. And he was like, all right. So he's like, what do you want to do? I was like, I just want to put the engine in my car, give my grandfather a ride and not scare the shit out of him. He's like, this engine's going to scare the shit out of you, so I don't know how well that's going to go. And I'm like, all right, cool. I can see where you're going with this. So they sent me, like, I've got, and then Zach at Hoonigan hooked me up with the Texas Speed Cam. I bought it, but he gave me a deal. Texas Speed Cam, push rod, titanium valves, retainers. They on Instagram, yeah, CPR Engines is on Instagram, CPR Engines. So I was like, fuck it, I've got this R34, I've got this LS engine. I want to learn. I can slide a couple corners. But I'm like, bro, I have a car I can beat on. I can literally take this thing off the trailer and beat the fuck out of it, put it back on the trailer. And I've come to the conclusion, like, the 34 four-door will be my beater car. Because it is a base model, the paint's not great, and I'll just beat the shit out of it. If I can come across another 34 Coupe or sedan, that'll be my nice go to shows, go to dinner car, because I don't see myself buying a luxury car. Like, I could get an M2 competition pack. Do I want one? Yes, I do. What do I feel like spending the money for it? No, I'd rather just buy something that I really like and make it work. So, like, when I thought about it, like, I sat here and I was like, CPR, like, you had customers in front of me and they were like, stopped what they're doing just to take apart the engine, and like seeing them do everything from CPR Engines and everything in Gardena. So at CPR Engines in Gardena, show them love, buy some Booty Hustlers merch, all that stuff. But it was just the fact that off the willpower. That's really what it was. So I was like super duper happy about that. So I was like, man. So that's when I say, like, it's like, mind you, and then I asked me to run a giant sticker. I'd run a sticker for them on my car, because they didn't have to do what they did. They didn't have to sit there and dip it. And then I bought them lunch that day. I bought them some wings and everything, because it was like, what's spending freaking $80 on wings compared to the experience they just gave me? They literally just, like, opened their home. Imagine, like, if you went to somebody's house, you never met them, and you just told them your situation. They're like, you know what? Well, we can't let you live here, but we can give you materials. We can't feed you, we can't clothe you, but you can stay at our house, and you'll have a roof over your head. You can figure out the rest. That's what it felt like. And that's the bet. Like Marcus asked, building partnerships, not relationships, because in a sense, it's like we all have a say-so in this. Like, everybody that helps our booty hustlers, yeah, we may not ask them to be in meetings, we may not ask them to, like, be a part of whatever we do, but they know, like, they're valued, and they know they're like, okay, if they need something, they have their input matters. Like, if we go to a show, or if they need something for a show, that's what matters. There's been times we've helped some of our drivers out, or some of our people out with money. Mind you, I've never gotten paid. The only time I've gotten paid was from a company was doing Manscaped. Manscaped gave me $100 in a shaver, and I filmed the whole thing for them, but the return was like, okay, people use your code, but you're not going to make money off of it. I said, what? Yeah, people use your code, but they just get a discount. So I just did an hour. I did hours, like, a film, setting this shit up, whatever, go kick rocks. But they paid me. At least these companies could do, help us get in the shows, help us get in there, boom. That helps. You figure we're trying to get a booth at FD Irwindale. To get a booth at FD Irwindale costs $1,350 for a 10x20. A 10x20 is a 10x10 tent with the 20 being the car. So that's a tent with a car. That's fucking $1,300 for a booth with a car to potentially make money off the strength of hoping people come by and see us, because where they place you is not up to you. So I was like, for example, I was at FD Irwindale. They put Adam LZ in the back like he was a scrub. He wasn't on the main pit road. He was in the back, but he made it work. People found him. But yet again, like I said, people know who Adam LZ is. And it's like, fuck, they treated this dude like a bum, but yet he's on every cover of every thumbnail for Formula Good. So what can you really do about that? If you're making money, and instead of making sometime money, who are you gonna complain to? So I'm gonna read some of these comments. Oh damn. They got Instagram, yeah, CPR engine. I would have cried. That sounded like solid people. So, yeah, that's about it, y'all. That's about it. I gotta check my phone. So, that's where Mark LZ was in the back, so everyone could exactly. Yo, can I join? Yeah, you can join. Anybody can join this right now. The BH slide is the lobby. BH slide is the lobby, and the cool thing was, is like I've met Adam plenty of times. He knows who I am, and that was the number one thing before like we took this booty houses like to the actual next level. I went to Florida, and I just went there just to really hang out with my boy Brett Collins and just get away from LA. I went to Florida, and my boy Tommy was working for him, and I was down there, and Adam comes. He's like, "What's up, Gary? You want to check out the warehouse?" I was like, "Sure." And he was showing, like, he's talking like real talk to me. He was like, I was like, "This is all you?" Like, "Yeah, man. We just bought this building from BC. BC moved across the street." I'm like, "Fucking, you bought a building that BC Racing was at?" So in my head, it was like, "Bro, you already, hold on. You're going Super Saiyan." He's like, "Yeah, I want to get a bigger building." And this is around the time he's putting a turbo on his mom's Pontiac Solstice. So he's talking to me. He's like, "Yeah, this is my fulfillment partner. These are my guys." And I was like, "Bro," like, and then like really inspired me to come back and do shit. So as I'm talking to my boy Brad Collins, he's like, "Yeah, man, you should throw a drift event. You should do this. You should do that." And like knowing me, I'm like, "Bro, that'd be amazing." But in my head, I'm like, I'm not coordinated enough mentally to do this. So when I get back, I talk to my cousin. I'm like, "Bro, I'm not smart enough to do all this. I need help." And he was like, and that's Tuna. He's like, "Bro, if we're gonna do this, it might get uncomfortable sometimes." I was like, "Bro, take the lead. I'm ready," because he has a degree in marketing. He's like, "If we do this, we're gonna do it this way, and this way." And you can't really like. And it's like we both have an opinion about booty hustle stuff, but at the same time, he knows more fashion than I do, and but I know how to talk to people. So the way his smarts in my mouth and my people personality gets us where we need to go. You figure this is our second year doing booty hustlers, like full time. I really wish the car scene was like this in Atlanta. Ugh. And you should use my tune. Send me the tune. I don't know how to use tunes. If you could send me a tune, I'll do it. But like we get here and we're second year here. We're at Formula Drift Irwindale, right? Formula Drift Long Beach this weekend. Working for a drift team, like we're partnered, like helping Brandon Sorensen and Amanda Sorensen and the Sorensen Motorsports family, and I'm standing here on top of a fucking trailer, throwing shirts at people, shooting shirts at people. And now you're like, where are you going with this? A couple years ago, I was just a normal motherfucker. I'm still normal, but in the sense, I was watching FD as a fan. But now, knowing a lot of the drivers, being sponsored by one of the drivers, it's like, it's a different feeling. Imagine if you really had a passion to play a sport. You went to every sporting event. Oh my bad. You went to every sporting event and everything. Imagine like, "Hey, you can play ball, right? How would you like to practice with us?" Huh? Like, "Yeah, how would you like to practice and play with the team?" Like, sure. And it's like anybody could drive an FD, but not everybody can be around the drivers that drive FD. I've literally met fanboys. I've literally met fangirls. There was some girl yesterday who was that's one of the fucking, oh my God. And this was a cute girl. Oh my God, Kimmy, she's so gorgeous. Dio Shahar's so gorgeous. If you have people like that around you all the time, it's like, ugh. And I remember the last year James Dean was here, we went to Seattle, right? Formula Drift let us in. Like, I know a couple people at Formula Drift. I'm bringing the Oreo drink. Formula Drift let us in, and I'm talking to the Warhouse team manager at the beginning of it. I don't know he's the team manager. I'm just talking to him. He's like, "Hey, how you feel about today?" And I'm like, I'm just judging it by the air. I'm like, "I think you guys will finish top 3. And during the whole day, I'm standing there. I get a text from Hoonigan like, "Hey, you're down there. You want to help us promote some shit?" I'm like, "Sure." And comes back to know your worth. At the time, it's like the more exposure I can get as a person, that'll be better. And hey, come down to the Workhouse booth, come say what's up. And then at this time, it's like people are coming to the Workhouse booth to take pictures with James Dean, Peter Vincent, and myself. I can't fucking drive. All I can do is talk shit. I can talk shit really well. I'm not the best, but I can talk shit well. That's all I'm gonna say. People are like, yeah, man, I love you, whoop de whoop whoop, and I'm like, I appreciate it. Mind you, you are here to take a picture with Jay. And the same thing, they put the motherfuckers in the back, right in the back, and that was a shitty part. They're coming like, yeah, I heard you were here, appreciate it. I'm like, bro, you guys are really here, and for me, and I can't even fucking drive. Team manager's like, who are you? I'm like, bro, I just some black dude. We went from 0 to 5 in about less than half until real fast. And I'm standing there like, bro, like I'm here. And then at the end of the day, this is what happens. And if you ever looked at Formula Drift Seattle, it was Peter Vincent versus James Dean for first and second. And I'm standing here like, bro, you guys are competing for who's going to be first and second. They win, and it's on my Instagram. It's on my Instagram story. They win, and they're like, fucking, he's like, you fucking knew it. How the fuck did you know it? And I was like, nigga, I didn't know. In my head, I'm like, this nigga don't know. I don't know a goddamn thing. I just went off the strength of good energy. And he's like, fucking get this man a bottle of champagne. And I'm like, I don't drink. He's like, today you drink. And then they're like, and then James will be like, yeah, he doesn't drink. Don't give him alcohol. And I was like, whoa. And they're just fucking happy. And it's the fact that, like, I never treated anybody as if they weren't a noble person. I never put them on a pedestal. They were all normal people. And so for Booty Hustlers as a company, and I think that's the FD. I took Josh to that FD, and Ken Bushi won that FD, but James Dean won the thing. And then like the team manager gives me 4 wristbands. No problem, whatever you need, bro. Come by, we're gonna have pizza. I'm chilling. All of them fools are fucking tall. I'm like, Tuna, this is his first FD. He's like, this is FD. And it was a real cool fucking experience. And it was like, now, like moving forward, that was 19. This is our first FD back because last year don't count. That was 2019. This is 2021. We're like, fuck, like we need to make some money. So we're going around doing shit. And it's like the opportunity has arisen. Now instead of paying to go to FD, now it's being paid to go to FD. So like there's a big difference, and it's weird, and I'm a sidetrack right now. One of my homies, I kind of like was a homie who fucked us over big time. Like seeing, and I'm not trying to be petty. I'm not trying to be petty at all, but I am petty. Seeing that fool who talked shit about us, talked all the shit saying y'all niggas ain't shit, y'all niggas ain't gonna make it, y'all niggas is thieves, y'all niggas is whoopie whoop whoop. Seeing that motherfucker come down the stairs with all the regular people after whoever allegedly he knows, and it was perfect timing. Like I'm at the bottom of the stairs. If you go to if you go to Long Beach, you know you have to come around the balcony. They have to check you through security. Never had to go through security. Went through the driver's gate. Never had to go to security. Just walked right at wave just to get waved in. Like that's what they open the gate for you, like you somebody. And I'm just walking, and I'm like, bro, like not letting it get to my head, like, bro, this is it. Like in the inner gear, like nigga, we here. Like nigga, we here. My cousin, like, and I hear my cousin's him, like, nigga, of course you was gonna get here. You was born to be here, bro. Don't let none of these fugazi ass niggas tell you something different. So I'm like sitting here as I'm talking to the dude at Top Rank who imports cars. He's like, man, what's up, Gary? How's it doing? Whoop, whoop, whoop. And I see him, and I just looked at him like, dude, nigga, this could have been you. But like I said, it's like, and I always say, it's easy to talk shit outside the stadium because you can't get in to watch them play. So I'm sitting here talking shit, and it's like having a relationship with people, like the fact that like before being a fan of drifting, like I wasn't a fanboy, like oh my gosh, it's XYZ. It was just like, oh, that's so and so, oh, that's so and so. And I remember a couple years ago, we filmed Gotta Stay Down, Man, Stay Down. A couple years ago, I saw Matt Field. So if you ever watched, there's a Hoonigan video with Matt Field in his Corvette. And I said, and I was talking shit. I was just talking shit, dragging this nigga through the mud, like talking shit to him, like on a one-on-one level. And I said, hey, Matt Field, I was like, how's it going? I was like, how you looking this year? He was like, we're trying to do okay. And I said, bro, you're you're a guard. Like not I'm like if you're like talking to me, listening to me, like it's like black dad talk. Like bro, you fucking who the fuck are you, bro? You need to get better. And they're like, yeah, you can't talk to him that way. And I was like, no, he needs to hear this. And I looked at Matt, and I was just talking, but it was an understanding. Like I'm not talking shit. You got some. No, I'm probably switching. I'm not talking shit to Matt as like I hate this nigga. I'm talking shit because I want to see him do better because he's the only driver I know from California at the time. Finish race. I'm gonna exit. Race finish. I'm talking shit to him because I want to see him do better. I'm like, and I told him, like, I'm telling you, like, I'm thinking in my head, nigga, you paying so much money to lose. What's the point of you losing? You got all these big sponsors and you can't do shit. He's like, big dog, I'm trying. I'm like, there's a difference. Like, and I busted, yo, do or do not. There is no try. And then they're like, you can't be talking to him like that. And like the next round he wins. Now he's number one. I'm not saying that I did that, not at all. What I'm saying is that sometimes, like I had to talk to the nigga real because that's how I felt. I felt passionate. Like, dude, nigga, you losing. You represent California. You can't be losing, nigga. You from California. Let these niggas know. Put your foot to these niggas' necks. These niggas really ain't shit. He get the vet. He's winning. Not too many can handle that kind of black. And that's the thing. I can't talk to everybody like this way, and I can't talk to everybody to because when Tuna talks shit to me, he's not talking shit to me because he wants to talk shit. He's talking shit to me because he knows I can be a better all around at what the fuck I'm doing. So when I talk shit to him, it was like Matt Phil from my home. That's what I'm saying. And I see Matt Phil do so good from that was 2018 till now. And the crazy thing is, I saw Matt Phil that at a SEMA party later that year. He was drunk, and he came up. He's like, "I gotta talk to you," and I was like, "Oh fuck! I talk shit to this dude. He's gonna beat my ass. Whatever happens, happens. Fuck it. If he wants to run the fade, I can't fight, but I'll run the fade." He's like, "Bro, I really appreciate you talking to me." Like I was like, "What you mean?" He was like, "Bro, you talk. Everybody else puts me on a higher note than you." And you just talk to me like a real motherfucker, and I appreciate you being real to me. And I said, my nigga, all I got to be is real. I don't get paid by nobody to be anything else. I pay myself. And if I see you fucking up, I see you fucking up. And I expect you to do the same thing to me. And that's it. Like when I talked to James Dean, I never talked to James Dean. I was like, oh my gosh, you're James Dean. You're James Dean. You're the fucking best. Like when I saw Adam this weekend, and the first thing I was going to say to him, like, fucking don't be a bitch, just drive. You know what? I was like, not everybody can handle that abrasiveness. I said, hey, man, how's it going? He's like, man, how you doing? I'm like, good. And I was like, hey, bro, just have fun. Don't take it serious. Just have fun. He didn't do so good, but it's just the fact that, like, I know he gets in his head. One of his boys was like, he gets in his own head. He fucking whoop-de-whoop-whoop, and I'm like, whatever. And even when Brandon lost, I was like, I could see Brandon was mad. I'm like, bro, you gonna be okay? He's like, man, fuck this bullshit. I don't want to drive this no more. And I'm like, bro, it happens. It's your first year. Not everything is gonna be like it's gonna be. Just pick up your bag. Just keep moving. And that's where I'm gonna leave that at. So it's like, I feel like everybody needs a black dad talk eventually. I'm not safe from it. Ain't nobody safe from it. And having people like Josh, Narina, tell me like that, bring me back to a normal level, because it is a time you can get big-headed. Like, mind you, I ain't nobody, but I know one day I'm gonna make it to, BH Slides is the group back, y'all. BH Slide. I know, when I say I know I'm not nobody, I know as a person, I know who I am. I'm a nobody in the sense I don't think I'm famous. People take pictures with me, and I'm not like, yeah, nigga, you know who the fuck I am? I'm just a normal person, bro. Like I say, I just say every time, if anybody sees me in real life, and the number one thing I say, I'm just a nigga with a Nissan, bro. That's it. I ain't nobody tight. I ain't got superpowers. I can't leap from giant buildings. And I know I may motivate some people to keep pushing and do some shit, but at the end of the day, I'm just a normal person, bro. You shoot me, I'ma die. Maybe. Depends where I get shot. If I bleed just like you, I put on my pants, one leg at a time, one sock at a time, one do-rag tie at a time. So that's really just it. Sorry I'm talking so much, people. It's just the fact that I just need to talk. You feel me? So I hope y'all are having a great day. I hope anybody out there just realizes that pineapples go on pizza. And if y'all want to argue about something, and make sure you do something for you. Don't follow the trends. Don't do nothing. Do what you genuinely like. Don't do it because it's hot. Fucking, we here for you. Also, Marcellus Brown. We here for you. It's that straight up talk, real right talk. It's supposed to be build you up. That's how my uncles and pops talk. Gary, and that's why you call me. Hey, Gary, you Gary, look out for the game called Street Drift. I will. You gotta unleash that inner need for speed background with that movie. You gotta. Is it clear fact? That's why we talked on the phone. It was like chopping up with somebody I know forever. You know me, Randall Gray, my boy. You know what I'm saying? I would give my number. I would give my number to a few people, but I'm thinking about just getting a second line to talk shit to motherfuckers who need to. Something like that's one thing. A lot of you kids, not you kids specifically, a lot of you kids need a foot put in your ass, and you're like, huh? Like not like a metaphorical foot, like in a sense, like y'all need somebody to just let you know you fucking up. That you really out here fucking up. That's why I be having them rant Wednesdays. Sometimes I wish I could just sit a kid down and just tell them. And when you young, you don't want to hear shit. Nobody want to hear shit, bro. Nobody want to hear you fucking up. Because you think you know everything. Your shit don't stink. Your dick get hard. Your fucking coochie don't stink. You're still wet. And the thing is, the world is too soft, bro. We were sitting down at Formula Drift, and my homie dropped the F-bomb that words with maggot. And I'm like, yo, like that word used to be so normal, and it's like hearing it, like him just yelling. I was like, yo, you can't say that. But I'm like, bro, you say that all the time, but I don't mean it in the sense of the derogatory meaning. I mean in the sense that just some shit ain't cool. That's just some F word shit. My parents don't talk shit to me. Don't tell me shit when I fuck up. Like it's hard to gauge. And you know when you fucking up, but nobody wants to hear when they fucking up. Like I be making fucking bad decisions, but like as an adult, oh my bad, bro. As an adult, it's up to me to know if I'm fucking up or not. So in a sense, it's like, many K subs, y'all, thumbs the fuck up, bootyhustlers.com. Let me put it in the chat one more time for the one more time. Fucking phone. Of course you would fucking. One time for the one time. There we go. So it's like I said, a metaphorical foot in the ass. Like it's like I go to car meets kids. Like, hey, what do you think I should do to my car? Well, you got to ask yourself, what's your goal with your car? Do you want to drive it or you want to have a show car? And they're like, well, I want to do both. Well, what engine you have? I have a stock SR. Got plenty of power. Like in my head, you got plenty of. What up, Gary? It's the boy from the gray Datsun truck missing. Hey, what's up, my boy? I hope you're doing well, my boy. But people like, hey, I got it. And then a lot of people aren't there to. If you got a show car, don't dump money into. You could dump money into performance, but a show car is supposed to be clean. Some good parts on it, and there's going to be parts like get some good wheels, some good suspension, good body kit. Make sure it's clean. When you win, no, but it'll be respected. Well, kids are like, well, I want to go fast. I'm thinking about 4-rotor swapping my fucking FC for what? Well, it sounds cool. Do you have sound cool money? No, just put LS in it. LSs are whack. I don't want to do that. You want seat time? Yeah. Does your car have an engine? No, just put LS. I know it seems wacky, but you'll get the most seat time out your LS swap car ever. And they're like, would you explain? Number one, it makes great power. Cams head in an intake, you're already at like 500 power for 500 horsepower. Do you need that much power? No, just an intake and a cam, you'll get the sound and everything you need out of it. You'll make 400 all day. Anytime non-stopping. I'm here for you, my boy. I hope you recuperating and recovering well. And then and people like, why the LS? Why can't I use a JZ? All right. And then this is what I break down to them, and this is what I hope you guys can understand. I'll tell kids to go LS before they go RB and Jay-Z because of the prices. You figure a good Jay-Z nowadays costs 5 to 6 grand and above. You can get a junkyard 5.3 for 200 to 300 bucks all day. Put a cam, open it up and clean it up, and it's the simplest engine. It's not like it's not extra complicated. It's simple. Open it up, clean it up, get some new bearings. Just all you really got to do is get new bearings, piston rings, and cam bearings. That'll cost you all less than $500. Now you've literally spent $800 on the engine. The hardest parts for you at this point, transmission, ECU. You would have had to get a transmission for the Jay-Z and the ECU anyway. What you want to run, stock ECU? No, you want a good standalone ECU. That's going to cost you like $1,500 to $2,200. Now, if you was in the Jay-Z, you already at 10 grand because you spent 7 on the motor, 2 for the ECU. For the LS, you're at what? $1,000. You bought the engine, refreshed it, got an ECU. You still need the wire harness. That's another $800. So now we're at $11,000 for the Jay-Z, and right around $4,000 for the LS. Transmission. Do you want to run a stock W58, V160, a CD09, a T56, whatever? I met you right after Final Bout and asked for stickers. I'm basically building LS stuff, and that's what. So pretty much, as are Jay-Z's reliable? Of course they are. Are RB's reliable? RBs are reliable in the sense if you know an RB, then you're good. Just maintenance. But with the LS, it's like I call LS the Forrest Gump. You're like, huh? Forrest Gump is a movie about a simple man living a good life who goes through hard times. Hella hard times. But he pushes through them. For example, that LS engine may heat up, but it'll push right through. Low on oil, it'll push right through. It is a dumb engine. You tell that fucking engine what you want to do. Yes, coach. Low torque. And this is what people don't understand. You get you a good LS1, it's already lighter than an RB26 and already lighter than a cast iron Jay-Z. Argue with me all day. Because people are like, oh, you put that big heavy V8. Time out. Shut the fuck up. It's not heavy. It's not that much heavier than... But dry to dry. No turbo, no accessories. You still got turbos and accessories that you got to put on that RB that are heavy as hell. You put manifolds, and you can lighten up everything on the LA. Aluminum heads, whoop-de-whoop. Now, I'm not, for originality, is the LS good? This is what you got to ask yourself. Do you want originality or do you want to fucking drive? It comes down to the bare bones. If I want to drive LS all day, if I want to be original RB all day, Jay-Z's are cool. I drove a Jay-Z swapped S15. Oh my God, it was beautiful. That motherfucker was just fucking amazing. But hey, apples to oranges, y'all. Apples to oranges. It's like, do you prefer Xbox, PlayStation, or PC? So I'm not opposed to LS swaps. You got the K20. You got the K24 too. So consider that K24 you can get from $500 to $900 if you want to run a 4-cylinder. Like I tell all the 8.6 guys, I hate to say this, don't put that 4AG in your car. Why not? You want to make power, right? Reliable power. If they want that lightweight, they can go do a VQ or something. VQ engine swaps. For all you S chassis dudes, VQ swaps are just think. There's a gang of engine swaps. You just got to figure out what you want to do. I am not opposed to VQ swapping the S chassis because if you've ever driven a 350Z, you know what that motherfucker feels like. It's amazing. It pulls and everything, and it's a pretty quick car. Imagine you put that in a light ass 240. Bro, I got an S14 sitting right now that I would put a VQ in. All it needs is a good wine. I bet it's a bitch to work on. But yet again, we would make it easy to work on. Oil, make sure oil pressure, temperature, and you're good. Everyone pulling their K824s. Now they can't find one. You'd be lucky if you could find a K824 DE. But yeah, y'all, forgive me just talking. I hope y'all are doing good. I'm just playing this game right now. Oh yeah, my boy. VQ Thops. We're gonna watch Eyes Low. My boy Eyes Low, we in here. But that's it. I'll just give y'all a little tidbit. If they I'm checking my messages right now, y'all. Forgive me. Okay, screenshot if you have to. Any thoughts appreciated, bro. So right now I'm just going through my. I'm just going through the count. Just going through the rows. Just going through my rows. I can't wait to see you. Oh damn! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. At least one person went out there. They told him off. Let's see. So my boy Derek Krug, I'm gonna read this post. Hey everybody. Been a while since I posted anything on here. So here's an update. This weekend I went to Fort Lauderdale, Long Beach, and it was an awesome weekend. I got to see all of my Florida friends, as well as some of my local friends I don't get to see too often. In the background, you may have noticed I've been working on my Cressida again since several of my friends work for Adam LZ at Drift HQ. I thought that would be a cool opportunity to thank them for their support for my car. Big thanks to Johan, Super Killer, Turbo Manifold. Thanks to Chris for helping me out with the link equipment. Thank you to Gary for the swift kick in the ass and the motivation. Thank you to the whole LZ MFG team. It was for the hospitality and loaner bike this weekend. Thank you, Chelsea, for dinner. Thank you to everyone I saw this weekend. Hey, stop being a F word and finish FINISH your call. So people, that's about it. I'm about to go. I hope y'all are having a good day, a good evening, a good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. Wayne. I'm coming. Oh, pause. Not like that. They're gonna think, oh no, you're trying to get at your arms here. Okay. All right, y'all. I think I might sign off real quick. Till then, DM me, bootyhustlers.com. You know what? I might just keep it on ISO. You remember Need for Speed Underground, Gary? I got Need for Speed Underground 1 and 2 right here somewhere. Riders on the storm until the day they're born. Yeah. But I might make a vlog, y'all, today. I might go to a meet. We'll see. We shall see. But I'll talk to y'all later. And peace.